Singapore is a small island smack right in the middle of Southeast Asia, and it is filled with treasures. What treasures, you ask? Well, let me show you! I am BioGirl MJ. Today, we will be heading to our local shores to find some hidden treasures, our marine creatures. On the very eastern side of Singapore lies a beautiful beach known as Changi Beach. Changi Beach is a popular hangout spot for recreational activities such as cycling, fishing, barbecue parties, and even watching landing aeroplanes. Little did you know that this long stretch of sandy beach here is home to a wide variety of marine wildlife. Currently, the sky is still a little bit dark because the lowest tide is at a very early timing. But as we explore, the sky will slowly brighten up. The intertidal zone is a magical world that appears and disappears as the tide rises and lowers. On certain days, when the tide is low enough, areas that are usually hidden underwater will be exposed for about 2 to 3 hours. And this is the perfect moment to find some hidden marine creatures that you don't often see. Are you ready to find some living treasures with me? Come, let's go! The sand may seem bare and empty at first glance, but if you take a closer look, you will realize that it is full of life. Twinkle, twinkle, little star! We found a sea star, also known as a starfish. This is the plain sand star, and as its name indicates, it lives in a sandy environment. If you take a look on the underside of the sea star, whoa, those are its tube feet! The sea star uses them as little spades to bury itself into the sand, and it also uses them to take in seawater, as sea stars have no blood. The seawater is their blood. Look at that plain sea star burrowing away. Bye-bye, little star. See you again. I am walking in the sandy shore area, and as you can tell, there is sand everywhere. Hey! That leaf is moving by itself. Come! Do you think there's anything underneath? Ta-da-da-da-da! This is a uniquely shaped crab known as the leaf potter crab. It has a flattened body and tiny hooks on the ends of its legs to grab hold of any flat object. It uses the object as an umbrella to hide itself from predators while still moving around on the sandy bottom. Crabs are one of the most adaptable animals out there. You can literally find them in all sorts of environments, even freshwater streams in the forest. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Look! There's a moon crab over there! Unlike the leaf potter crab and its grippy legs, the moon crab has 4 pairs of paddles as its legs. It uses all these paddle-shaped legs to swim away from danger, but they are extremely efficient at burrowing and hiding under the sand. Look! It is a huge spiky sea pen, and inside this sea pen lives a pair of porcelain crabs. Porcelain crabs are small crabs that have a symbiotic relationship with the sea pens. Interestingly, porcelain crabs are not true crabs. Unlike the other crabs you have seen before, porcelain crabs only have 3 pairs of legs instead of 4. By the way, there are actually many other crab-like animals that are not true crabs. We got a little biscuit star here. It is different from the plain sand star we saw just now because it doesn't burrow that easily into the sand. Biscuit stars are chunkier, and like many other chunkier sea stars, instead of burrowing, they just sit on the beach to tide over the intertidal periods. I see a few round animals hiding underneath the sand. This is a sand dollar. Sand dollars are round, flat animals that don't really look like animals. They don't even look alive at first glance, but when you look really closely, you can see tiny hairs on their body moving. The sand dollar is actually a close relative of the sea urchin, and if you think about it, they do kind of look like flattened urchins. These wave-like patterns on the beach are caused by the tides moving away from the land area. It is beautiful, right? Look! The sky has really brightened up and you can see the entire intertidal zone area. This special green ecosystem here is known as the seagrass ecosystem. What is so special here is that marine plants known as seagrasses surround us, and it is home to a different group of animals. Let's try and spot some of them. This colourful sausage-like animal is a pink warty sea cucumber. Yes, it is a sea cucumber. Can you believe it? There are many different kinds of sea cucumbers around, and while some are edible, this pink warty sea cucumber is not. Sea cucumbers are soft-bodied animals that have 2 ends on its body. One mouth, one butt. Oh, that sea cucumber over there is hungry. It is extending its feeding tentacles in the water to catch floating marine plankton and other organisms to feed on.
Bye-bye, sea cucumbers!
Seagrass provides a very good shelter for wildlife to hide in. Other than the many kinds of sea cucumbers, you can also find sea stars, sea urchins, and even seahorses if you are extra lucky.
There is a spaghetti-like structure over there. Is it pooping? Oh, it is pooping! This is the poop of an acorn worm. The worm is hidden underneath the sand, so you can't really see the worm, but what you can see is the poop. Ooh, there's a bunch of little snails here. Can you see their little trunks sticking out?
These are sea snails known as whelk snails. And the difference between the land snails and the sea snails is that the sea snail has a little trunk in which the snail uses it as its nose to smell chemicals in the water and navigate its way around.
We are lucky there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a flat, squishy looking thing on the ground. This is a carpet anemone. A carpet anemone is a very special kind of sea anemone. As you can tell, they are flat like a carpet and you can see the individual tentacles looking like small little green dots on its body. So the tentacles on a sea anemone can sting and they use it to catch small little prey such as fish and shrimps to be eaten in the mouth right in the middle. Let's head out to the area where I see a lot of rocks and boulders lying around.
Here is a small rocky shore ecosystem, and once again, as its name suggests, there are rocks everywhere.
There's a stone crab hiding here!
It is called a stone crab because it likes to hide amongst rocks and stones, waiting to ambush any unsuspecting prey such as fish and shrimp.
What the stone crab does have though is a pair of huge, powerful pincers. That's when you know you shouldn't be sticking your fingers near it. Something is digging a hole beneath the rock. Look! It's pushing the sand out.
It is a snapping shrimp building a little home for itself. As you can see, it has one enlarged pincer which can produce a very loud snapping sound to stun prey like tiny fish or warn off predators and other shrimp rivals.
Look! There's another one!
Snapping shrimps are usually found in pairs and sometimes they have a little friend helping them guard their burrow.
That is a goby! Gobies have better eyesight than snapping shrimps, so they are security guards for the shrimp's burrow. In return, the gobies get to live inside the shrimp burrow rent-free. The tide is coming back in! We gotta hurry! I spy a lonely little shell over there. Could it be what I think it is? Let's find out! Oh look! Someone's home! Hello!
This is not an empty shell. It is a hermit crab. Hermit crabs are really cool animals because they carry their home around with them wherever they go.
As the hermit crabs grow bigger, they will need to change their shells into bigger shells, just like how you guys will change into bigger clothes as you grow older. Bye-bye, hermit crab! Enjoy your view! Behind me is a huge seawall that is part of a drainage channel, and believe it or not, you can also find animals here.
Seawalls like these are important structures to defend against rising sea levels. Alongside the geobacks there and stone revetments, they are important protection for our coastlines. Of course, life finds a way and eventually, nature starts to use these structures as their homes.
I see a master of camouflage here. It is the pimply orange slug.
It has a tough, leathery, pimply body that is unlike any other slugs out there. It crawls slowly on the surface of the seawalls, scraping off algae with its raspy tongue underneath.
There are some sea snails here that are hiding and camouflaging against the seawall. They are known as drill snails.
And the cool thing about them is that they lay eggs which are yellow, and once they are ready to hatch, the eggs will turn purple like the ones here.
I see a few purple climber crabs scuttling around the wall.
Alongside other wall-climbing crabs like the Sally light-footed crabs, these crabs have developed specialized sharp, grippy legs to let them climb up vertical structures. Time flies when we're having fun.
Look at how high the tide is. We were just exploring there earlier on. I guess it's time to head back to dry land. Wow! We have seen so many spectacular marine animals that sometimes can only be seen underwater. What a magical experience of our marine shores!
Well kids, as our exciting journey comes to an end, Let's take a moment to cherish the precious treasures we've discovered today, our incredible wildlife. From the ones that hide to the ones that run, from the ones that carry their home around to the ones that just don't care much about anything, these animals are part of a huge ecosystem in nature. Together, they form a colourful world that would otherwise be pretty boring. Remember to do our part and take care of nature so that we can continue to enjoy all these treasures around us.
That's all for today's episode of Wildlife Treasure Hunt. Remember to leave the animals where they belong and do not bring them home. Join me next time for more adventures.